Alright guys, welcome to another video. This one's going to be fixing the welds on this cage because, wow, the more that I look at it and the more that I find, the worse it gets. Some of the tubes aren't welded all the way around. Some of the tubes are welded over like multiple passes. There's like 3 passes on one of the tubes up there, and I'm like, how even did you think that was okay? I think it's right here actually, one of these. This one. This is literally stacked tacks. That is not structurally sound for in any way. No, I'm not okay with it. So, with that being said, we're gonna get into doing this. Like I said, I mean, there's some things that are gonna be difficult because realistically what they should have done to be able to weld around this is drop the cage down through the floor and weld it like that. That means I would have to cut out the entire box to weld around that. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna do a few things. It sucks because this whole thing's primered too. It's nice. I bought this thing with a cage. It's cool. It's really good. Cagekits cage. This cage costs like $2 grand. I just really wish that the guy did not pick up the welder. Like if it came with the cage, like out, you know, just the kit on a pallet, that would have been perfect. I could have just done it myself. It would have been done right the first time and much better than this. Instead, we got to try our best to make it A, structurally sound, and B, presentable. I mean, this car, like these welds are not presentable. This car is gonna look very, very good. I'm holding myself to a very high standard with it. And with that being said, everything needs to be presentable, all the way down to the welds on the cage. Because if I got seamless some of these, In fact, I might, if I do keep this car for a long time, and I do accomplish what I want to accomplish, which is opening my own fab shop eventually, I'm gonna end up cutting this cage out and just redoing it, because some of these are gonna be very difficult to fix. They're gonna be impossible to fix even. So yeah, we're gonna just get chopping away at this. So I moved it out of the shop so I can grind and cut metal and stuff out of the shop. That way, you know, keeps it cleaner in here. So we're gonna start cutting the back half out, all that sheet metal work that I'm not gonna run. And then we're going to start grinding on the cage, clean up, and then move it in, and we'll start welding on the cage. So it's gonna be a long process. It's gonna take forever, and I'm not looking forward to it. So I'm just gonna get right into it. All right, so what we decided to do is, I've got like the main ones that you can see visibly. Ground down, we're gonna weld those. I've got a couple of the ones that are structurally important. Ground down, we're gonna weld those. But honestly, that's about it. I really would like to do all of them, but the amount of time that I'm gonna spend doing that is literally the same amount of time that it would take me to just redo an entire, like, to buy a new kit and to cut this one out and buy a new kit and just redo the whole thing, which legitimately would be easier too at this point. So we're just gonna go ahead and weld what we've got done. I gotta blow this out because that's all metal shavings, and they're all over my body too. This is a very long, not very fun process, but I know that those main hoop, like the X-bar, the crossbars and stuff, I'm definitely gonna be happy that I did it because they were really bad before. So now we just gotta make sure we can weld good on them the first time. All right, so pushed it back in the shop. We are ready to get in on it. Now we're gonna start just welding up some stuff. That's really only like the structural stuff, that's kind of hard to do. the base plates, and then like just the stuff that's like, it was really bad and it's very noticeable. Stuff like that. So we're gonna just go ahead and do that. I don't think I can do the whole cage. I'm gonna lose my mind grinding that all down. I would almost rather just buy a new cagekits cage, cut this one out and redo it. But at that point, then this car is a waste of like what it was. I bought it because it has things like this already done. Unfortunately, they were done poorly, but the things like this that are done are like what made this car so good for me to grab. So that being said, let's get in here and weld. That's gonna do it for the majority of our welding on the cage that we're gonna be doing. Not too proud of some of them. Not definitely 10 times better than what they were. This is probably my favorite little section over here. I literally slipped right here. I was like sitting here, but I had like my foot up and it slipped off this corner, so I had to restart. Kind of made me mad because all this was going pretty well. Again, I'm not a professional by any means. I'm actually like mostly self-taught, so not really that great, but I know it's better than what it was. I trust these with my life a lot more than I did the last one. So that being said, that's gonna be it for this cage work. I think it's mostly good where it's at. So we're just gonna kind of clean out the shop, clean out some stuff, and then we got to decide where we're gonna go next. I think we're just gonna start stitch welding, or finish stitch welding the rest of the chassis underneath and in the back. And then after that, I mean, most of the chassis fab, other than like, you know, bash bars, and I'm gonna do a tube rear. I really don't know yet actually on that, but there's gonna be a few things that obviously still need to happen, but for the most part, that's a good amount of the chassis fab that's done. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just end this video here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you don't, you should. This thing's just gonna continue to be video after video after video. I just ordered the cam kit. I ordered a bunch of stuff for the motor. So timing kit, you know, just all that stuff. So this LS1 will no longer be a shelf for my Milwaukee sockets. That thing is gonna get taken to the machine shop. It's gonna get new bearings. It's gonna get the new cam put in it. It's gonna get the timing set. It's gonna get the heads done. So that thing will be ready to go, and we can start getting this thing a little bit more like a running vehicle. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.